Hi, this is King of Review. In this problem, we're asked to solve for x, and we're given this equation here. Each of the variables in this equation represent a different matrix. Matrix A is here, and matrix B is here. So what is a matrix? A matrix is a rectangular arrangement of numbers in rows and columns. Row by column is how you name the matrix, and this is also its dimensions. So let's look at the matrix in letter D. This has 2 rows and it has 2 columns. So this would be a 2 by 2 matrix because it has 2 rows and 2 columns. Each number in the matrix is called an entry. So this one has 4 entries. So let's look at the problem here. We want to solve for x. So let's start by rearranging our equation here so that we solve for x. In other words, let's get x by itself on one side of the equation. We'll start by distributing this 2. So we get 3x minus 2a minus 4x minus b equals negative 3b. Now let's combine like terms here. We get negative x minus 2a minus b equals negative 3b. To get x by itself, I'm going to add a 2a and a b on both sides. So I have negative x equals 2a minus, and I'm combining these like terms here, so negative 3b plus b is negative 2b. And now I have a negative in front of the x here. This is the same thing as negative 1 times x, so I'll divide both sides by a negative 1, and this gives me x equals negative 2a plus 2b. So now we've rearranged the equation so that we're solving for x, and now we can insert the matrices here for a and b. So we have x equals negative 2 times a. A is 2, 1, 1, 3. This is matrix A, plus 2b. So 2 times matrix B. Matrix B is 1, 2, negative 2, and negative 1. When working with matrices, a real number is called a scalar. To multiply a matrix by a scalar, you multiply each entry in the matrix by the scalar. This is called scalar multiplication. So here, for negative 2 times matrix A, our scalar is negative 2, and we're going to multiply each entry within matrix A by a negative 2. The same goes for 2b. 2 is our scalar, and we'll multiply each entry within matrix B by positive 2. So let's set that up. We're multiplying each entry by the scalar. So x equals negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2, and negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. So this matrix here represents negative 2 times matrix A. Now we're adding this to 2b. So 2 times each of the entries within matrix B. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. And 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So now we are trying to add these two matrices together. To add or subtract matrices, you must add or subtract corresponding entries. And you can only add or subtract matrices with the same dimensions. So let's see what the dimensions are for these two matrices. So this one has 2 rows and 2 columns, so it's a 2 by 2. The second matrix, it has 2 rows and 2 columns, so it is a 2 by 2. They're both 2 by 2, therefore they have the same dimensions and we can go ahead and add them. So when we add matrices together, we're adding the corresponding entries, so the entries that are in the same position. So -4 plus 2. Both of these entries are in the upper left-hand corner, or row 1, column 1. So we're going to add them together. -4 plus 2 is -2. -2 plus 4 is +2. -2 plus a -4 is -6. And -6 plus a -2 is -8. So this is our final answer here, and letter C is correct. Thanks for watching.